Guys, this is Chris Quick. We're going to learn some 3 tips to think about while racing. So without further ado, let's get right on into it, shall we? Alright, so for step 1, you always want to learn how to strategize. Because when you want to find out what type of runner you are, you need to know that starting out fast may not be your expertise, and also maybe the middle pack or working your way up may be one of your assets to be able to, go out there and just run in general. Most people have different types of strategies of what they want to do. Some people sit and kick, some people start out fast and do what they want to do, and some people sit in the middle pack and work their way up, and then about 2 mile they'll catch the other people who started out super fast. Some people do that stuff. So for that tip number 1, you always got to keep that in mind, because it took me about 6 years to realize that for me, I am a sit and kick runner. Step for number 2, you always got to realize that you're racing against yourself. When you run, and say for instance, because I know a lot of runners say like, hey man, I'm gonna be running with you today, I'm gonna be running with you, I'm gonna try to stick with you, I'm gonna try to do that stuff, and I'm gonna try to aim for this person here. That's all fun and fine, but you always got to remember that you're also racing against yourself, because you are racing against you. You want to beat your own time. You always got to keep that in mind whenever you go for a run or do anything that you want to do. When you go out there, always keep in mind that when you race against yourself and you keep that in mind, then you will realize that, hey, I'm racing against myself and I can actually run faster because I know who I'm racing against, and that's me. Keep in mind that if you decide that you want to stick with other people while running and not racing against yourself, not having that mindset, then of course some things may go wrong. What if the person that you said you want to stay with doesn't hit the time that you're aiming for? And what if you're so caught up into thinking that you want to stay with this person and not being able to stay with the person because they run differently than you do? You always got to keep in mind of what type of runner you are, just like step 1, strategies of how you run, because all runners have different types of strategies they can do. You can't always just sit with one runner that you think you can stay with, because that may not be way of running, because everybody's different. Everybody has their weakness and everybody has their strengths, weakness and strengths. Everybody has it, but you can overcome them. It's possible. In conclusion of step 2, make sure you realize that you're racing against yourself. Don't race against nobody. Don't race against or try to stay with anybody else. Don't do that. Race against yourself and know that you can beat your own time, and strategize. Always do that. Step 3 for y'all is make sure you overcome the pain. The pain is in the brain. Also, if you overcome the pain, you will also hit new limits, new heights in everything that you do. Make sure when you realize that when you're out there running, you cannot be in a comfortable position. You can't be like, okay, this is very comfortable. I can deal with this. It feels great. No, you can't do that, because when you run comfortably, you're not going to hit the time that you want to hit. If you run uncomfortably and you know that you're hurting and you're still going, still keeping that pace, then you can expect the PR. Otherwise, like for instance, it could be a PR about 1 second or 20 seconds, but as long as you know that you're hurting and throughout the way, you know that your body is giving everything it has. Because the more you race, the more PRs that you're going to hit, because a lot of people run differently and a lot of people PR in a certain way. Some in races, we have fast course races, we have long course races, but either way, those two can tie together because it doesn't matter in those particular events. Remember that overcoming the pain is what's going to get you a new PR. And also, don't forget that you're racing against yourself. Always remember that, because if you think that you're racing against yourself, then you challenge yourself to hit new heights instead of relying on one person, and that when you pass you start to think, oh, it's over. No, don't think that, because you're racing against yourself. Always keep that in mind, and always stay positive, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and click on notifications. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.